Good morning from Iceland.
We made it.
We did. So, and actually, this is a brand new port in Iceland for us called Djúpivogur.
Yeah, I don't know how often people come here because only about 450 people live here. It's very small.
Yeah, tiny town. We went to Daniel's talk last night, and he said we kind of just come here because it's on the way, because we're on the way to Akureyri. Yeah, very interesting port. The highlights, I think, are like a rock museum, like the minerals, not
Geology,
like bands. Some artwork, but it is known for being home to lots and lots and lots of nesting birds.
35 species of seabirds to be exact, so I'm all about it.
Yeah, so we are planning some nature looking today. We're going to grab some breakfast and roll off and hit the trail. Good old AllTrails coming through for us once again.
Yeah, let's get some steps.
Here they go. Let's get fueled up for some hopeful bird looking. This is a tender port. We're going to go up to the gym, fill up our water bottles, and head down to the tender spot. We are 11 pink. Well, deck A forward for the tenders. Welcome to land. We have seen 76.5 birds since just for the tender ride alone.
Wow.
Don't know why there was half a bird. So we've been dropped off right here in town. One of these buildings, I think it might be the red one, is the oldest commercial building in all of Iceland, I think, from what I read. Anyway, we're just going to sort of keep to this flat path, bear to the left, and find the beginning of our loop.
So cute.
Do a little art appreciation as we go by. Yeah, most of town is up and in that direction. Well, I say that, but there is plenty of town over in the direction we're going. I think it's just more residential. Yeah, our temperatures today are in the high 50s, maybe even low 60s. We're going to do this trail in a counterclockwise direction, which is what AllTrails recommended. Yeah, right here by this hotel, this is marked as the official beginning of the loop. So we'll start on road, and then where we're going, we don't need roads.
But there's birds.
We do need birds.
And I do see some trees, because we always say Iceland doesn't really have trees, but look, there's a few.
Oh yeah, trees. Nice. Make a turn here, I guess, in the direction of the hospital. We're kind of winding over toward their airstrip.
Listen to all the birds.
Birds. Good gracious, little bird. Turn around and admire the scenery. We're getting ready to go off the asphalt onto the gravel section. Yeah, these birds are nuts. Side note, we found more trees. I mean, I know everybody always says Iceland doesn't have trees. Well, we found a few. Maybe it's just certain parts of Iceland. One thing that this area is known for are these pretty purplish flowers, which I've heard people call them lupine, lupin, lupine. There's all sorts of different pronunciations depending on where you're from.
I didn't think we'd see any because we were here early, but there they are.
Nailed it, guys. We have trees and lupine pines. Now, I don't know that we are going to too much, but you can go off-road here. But one thing you have to watch out for is the seabirds apparently love to make their nests in this grass. And they use the grass to sort of wind around and cover up their eggs. So do not just go willy-wallying out there, or you might smush some stuff.
Because it's very hard to see, and we want to keep their populations going, so, yeah.
Yeah, I think let's continue on the trail. Ooh, that's a bunch of unbloomed flowers. This will be like a whole field of purple. Oh my gosh, I hear that snipe bird. That was the one we saw that sounded like the Jetsons' car. Anyway, we've taken a moment to stop and do some scenery appreciation. So, I see like possibly a ship tour group or some kind of tour group heading down that road. We're getting ready to come up here and hang a left. Nice lake out there. The airport is over in that direction too, actually, but I don't think we're going to see it today. I remember we were on that tour and we asked our guide, what kind of bird is that? And he said, a sniper. We're like, a sniper? What the heck? But yeah, I Googled it and apparently it's a type of snipe. Here is our turn, so we'll be leaving the rocks. Well, okay, it still looks nice and hard packed, but we're going to be going on some dirt.
Darker rocks.
Man, we get to cross rivers. Look at all this ruggedness.
Yeah.
I wore my my mud shoes today so I can get them dirty.
Mine have been in a lot of mud. I wouldn't say they're mud shoes though, but they wash well.
Now the bird hunting begins. Not like hunting, but looking. Hear that thing? Oh, we're seeing cool swan ducks in the distance. All right, I think we're going to take a very carefully plotted side quest. Well, that was a worthy side journey. We've got some giant, like, swan friends in this direction. I'm sure they're not swans. I just call things the first word that comes to mind. And we found, like, an actual little carved-in path down here by the water. Now, we are finding some of those little black flies, like we've seen them in the Mývatn area. They don't bite. They're just there.
A lot of them.
They nag.
They fly in your mouth.
They're tasty. There's like a little bird-blind building over there. I think we're just going to settle in on some grass because they did kind of swim away as we approached, and we'll just kind of blend and become part of the scenery. Just hang out a while.
It's cozy. It's like...
Yeah, you sit on some nice cushiony, pokey cushion grass. All right, let us carefully make our way back up to the trail proper. All right, on we go. Well, looks like some kind of little fence remnant out there. Not sure, maybe that's where they kept the velociraptors or something. No? Oh.
I need to see more birds.
Oh yeah, there's like a whole giant wall over there. There must have been some serious dinosaurs. Now sometimes AllTrails makes decisions that I don't understand. They want us to turn off of this beautiful flat trail, but the officially approved green line just goes across this out between the crack over there.
Doesn't really look like a trail, but
Ew.
all right, we'll figure it out.
All right, when in doubt, I guess just trust AllTrails. Sure.
Maybe. To be determined.
TBD. Oh, I see. We were making a beeline for this little sandy beach area. Now, if we had gone straight, it was a slightly less direct route, but that was not a bad shortcut, actually. Good job, AllTrails.
Woohoo!
Also from here, we can see, it's very small and fast, so our eye holes can see our snipe friend in the air. Don't think we're going to see him on the camera, but this is amusing.
That is the coolest wings ever.
That is my favorite bird ever now. All right, let's continue this non-trail till we get over here to the beach and connect up to the actual trail. I think it'd be okay if you wanted to skip this shortcut and do the slightly longer route. Well, we've definitely made our way to some sandiness. From here, I think we're supposed to bear to the left. And there are a few markers here and there, so we'll just keep following these poles. Making our way all along beside this beach. Yeah, this is a very sort of cliffside, not really a cliff, but you know, a little narrow trail to be careful on. You know, water levels are really low today. I'm assuming normally you would have some nice nice water and bird action. Of course, we may be a little too early in season for lots and lots of birds. Oh, more river crossings. Well, there we found a little section of water. And I can see up here to the left, we're making our way up to another beach, which might be the stone beach already. I don't know what I thought the weather was going to be like here in early May. Pretty sure we've been to Iceland in May, and it was not like this. This is glorious.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, I just thought of the perfect hiking joke about these trails, but I'm in the wrong country. I needed to have been in Norway. Because I was going to say, you have to Loki where you're going, or you're going to have a Thor ankle when you twist it. Okay, that's it. That wasn't even worth it.
It was funny.
Oh, Dan, let's keep walking. No. I think Dee is afraid of my jokes. Okay, this just keeps going and going. Well, there's a little sign with some information about the trail we're doing. It's a little crooked. Let's get a little closer, see if editing me can straighten it out. Búlandsness, or something similar. When hiking around, there are 2 different routes you can choose from. Oh, we probably chose the bad one.
Always.
All right, one more mountain scenery appreciation, and I think we're on to this other beach. Not sure if we're going to get down to it or if we just see it from above. I guess we'll find out.
Getting down is a bit of a challenge because then you have to climb back up and the trail is not always marked well, so.
It's true.
We'll see.
We just came up a little hill here toward the end. We can see the ship in the distance, so we're getting ready to wind our way and sort of follow the, I guess, the ocean side, or fjord side, however that works, back. Oh, these views. I think I'm currently standing at about the tallest point in this area. I think it was only 150 feet, or maybe a couple hundred feet total elevation gain. Not bad along this whole way. There's a good bit of downness here, so we'll see if any part of the trail allows us to maybe get down and touch sand, or if this is as close as we're going to get.
Look how beautiful it is. Black sand, very volcanic.
Welcome to Iceland.
Gorgeous.
We have found a potential candidate for entry to the beach area. Maybe if we do like a little sit and scoot, because that's a big step. She's done it. Ooh, lava rocks. I'm assuming those look just like lava rocks. Bird prints.
Little bird print.
We are going to have us a beach day after all, y'all.
Oh, it's so pretty.
If we look closely, I can see what looks like steam blowing across the sand. I didn't know if this was like superheated ground or something, but Dee just touched it and it was not. So, oh gosh, the snipes. We're safe. Now we have all this beach to explore.
If you only knew how much we had to pay to rent the entire beach.
Gosh, y'all.
I stole your joke.
I know. Rude.
Oh, look at all the birds. Okay, I'm going.
Wow, we really do have this whole thing to ourselves. Okay. There's lots of mussels in the sand. Dee asked me if I wanted one. I told her I got plenty of those already. No thanks. Hopefully they don't have sneaker waves like they do at some of the beaches down here. I don't think.
I've been watching it, yeah.
Yeah. This looks like a protected little fjord area that would be devoid of sneaker waves. But that's what they want you to think.
Look at all the shells. Wow.
We got all kinds of birds, all kinds of shells.
They all stay pretty far away though, the birds.
I like this ripply sand texture. I'm not sure what causes this. It almost makes the sand look like lava rocks to some degree. And we got mossy rocks. Everything a girl needs to have a good day. Mossy rocks on the beach.
Oyster catchers.
I thought you were taking a picture of me. She's taking a picture of a bird. Ah. So black sand beach official success. I guess that if there was more water in that first area we came to, and then this, that's like a lot of black sand. So now I think if we come up here, follow the trail some more, we will find Stone Beach officially. Up and over we go. View from the top of the hill. So the plan is to actually go walk across that thing in the middle of the water. That's where the green line on AllTrails goes. You could walk around to the left, I guess, if you didn't want to walk around or across the thing. But I think we'll give it a try. Then we keep going that way. Whoosh.
Towards the ship.
Dee is getting lots of distant bird pictures today. The zoom is good, but they do like to keep, stay away.
Way far away.
All right, so we've reached the thing to cross down here. Let's cross it. Oh, it's a trail marker, so this is like an actual trail. And this is a very stony beach, so we will call this Stone Beach ? Because I think there might be another one on this trail. This trail rocks. More scenery appreciation. Y'all, you need some tough ankles if you're going to come do parts of this trail, because there is some holes and some rocks. We found another little section of beach with a crossing, and then we're going to make our way down that peninsula in the distance. Rock path crossing, done. Now, peninsula. Check out this orangey red coloration. I guess that's, I'm assuming iron, based on what I've seen from things like that in the past in Hawaii and stuff.
Cool.
We hear you. Oh, we've espied some baby birds just flinging around with their mouth open, waiting for some food. That might be the source of the gull noises. We're not going to harm your babies. We'll pass by peacefully. We'll continue on our merry way. We are slowly but surely winding our way back around to the tender area. Once we, whoa birds, we'll hit the end of this peninsula and do a U-turn, and that should pretty much put us back in town at that point. I think it's a 3.5 mile total loop that we've done today. Looks like the trail is going to take us around this lump of a hill on this peninsula. All right, Iceland birds, we got a bone to pick with you. We get down here close to these nice little lakes and water bodies, and not a bird to be seen down here. They're keeping their distance from us, which is probably smart.
Because they're nesting.
Oh, we found a steep part now, but I guess there's kind of some natural stairs built in.
Hopefully.
We are the king and queen of the trail. Woohoo! Y'all, Dee just slipped a little bit, and she was not in frame yet, so she could have played it off and been graceful.
Too bad.
Insert rock joke here. Don't. So this is the end of the peninsula for us. Now, we loop-de-loo. I've also got a bone to pick with AllTrails. Now, I don't know who makes the estimations that you're going to do this 3.5 mile trail in 1 hour and 8 minutes. We are approaching the 3-hour mark on this trail because we're taking our time, looking at birds, you know, taking rest breaks. 1 hour and 8 minutes, good gracious. I'm not trying to run around this thing. There's another pretty crossing between two bodies of water. There've been a lot of those today. I like these. See, we pull off and take lots of pictures of ducks and things. Good gracious, here we go again, up and over. The tender pier is in sight. Yeah, by the time we get there, it's going to be pretty close to last tender, so I think we'll hop back on, head to the ship, because we have a slightly early departure today. Y'all, this is the only bench I have seen on this whole trail. We are going to sit on it a hot minute and just look over there.
Look at the birds.
Yep. Look at everything. Yeah, there's a ton of other walks that you can do out here. There's like a little squatty orange lighthouse over there you can walk out to. I think some people were walking over toward the airport because I believe there's another big beach over there to look at. Of course, you have this whole town. You know, there are some things to see, walk around. I think there's, you know, a couple of cafes. There's one touristy gift shop. They've got, you know, rock geology type museum, I think we said earlier. Lots of crafts made from rocks. We just have to come back to Djupivogur someday. On the road again. Oh, more seating elements. Nice.
Slide down.
There is the hotel again, so we have officially completed the circle. Woohoo!
What am I at? 10,400 steps and 4.45 miles.
Okay. So we did more than just the 3.5 because we made up our own adventures a little bit. Icebergs.
So tonight's theme is sock hop, or 1950s night, and I didn't bring things intending to wear them to this, but I was like, oh, that works. So I know you had like poodle skirts and crinolines and bobby socks and saddle shoes. I don't have any of those things, but what I do have is a scrunchie. I've had it forever, no idea where it's from. This white sweater is from H&M, but I got it at a charity shop. The polka dot tank top is from Old Navy. The pleated red skirt is from Shein from many, many years ago. I'm wearing gym socks, and my saddle shoes are these loafers instead. So I think it works. Let's go to the sock hop. Good
evening, all you hip cats, daddy-o, jump, jive, and wail. That's not even right.
Cool kids.
All of that stuff. I am not in theme at all because I didn't bring nothing that works for nothing. I need like a white t-shirt and a leather jacket, and I can say, hey.
Yeah, you could have done that.
Nope. Anyway, how was your day wandering around bird looking?
So good. The weather was beautifully perfect for what we were doing, just wandering around. The nature was in full swing. So many birds. I don't really have as many pictures of them
They
as
were far.
I could have, but visually I saw a ton. It was just really fun, just kind of wandering around. We were the only people for a little while. Mm-hmm. Just such a beautiful place. I would love to come back and do more of the trails.
True, and like, you know, see the town and stuff like that.
Yes,
so.
okay, that too.
Whoops.
It was a very short stay today, and it took a lot longer to do that hike than we intended.
Yeah, but apparently a few cruise ships come here. I think it's mostly like boutique lines and like world journeys, because of a lot of our friends on this cruise are like, oh yeah, last time we were here, and I was like, wow, I'd never heard of this place before.
And they do offer a few tours here and there as well, just we didn't want to do any of them.
Yeah. All right, so now let's roll out into 50s night. They've got a cute dinner menu.
Yeah.
They're trying to theme things up nice.
We didn't eat lunch. I'm so hungry.
Yeah. Let go.
Let's go.
Let's sock hop our way in here to Ocean Bar, because I know they got snacks. We are just nuts for these snacks. Okay. I mean, when we haven't had lunch, yeah, that'll do. Protein. And of course, tonight, Grease is the word in the Wajong Theater. Cute. Just in time for Tunes with Cat. Dinner daddy-o, we are ready to dine. Just look at this cuteness. All right, they've got certain items on the inside colored differently because they're the featured items for the night. We are done with dinner. Welcome to Mix Bar for lightning trivia. Let's see how our brains do tonight. Oh, that was a tough one. All right, let's get up here and get ready to hop our socks off. We've got balloons. We've got photo ops. Look at that. Grand pole-to-pole voyage sock hop.
Well, to start off our sock hop, our 1950s party, please help me welcome to the stage the best singers and dancers on the sea, the Repertoire Company!
Splish splash, I was taking a bath, long about a Saturday night. She's got a light down to 30 poison ivy. Take out the flippers in the trash, shake your heart, baby. Why is everybody always picking on me?
Did you ever hear a tenor sax? Swinging like a rusty axe. Gonna rock around the clock tonight. Rock, rock, rock till the broad daylight. Oh, baby, drive me crazy.
Goodness gracious, great balls of fire.
Good golly, Miss Molly, sure likes the ball. Well, I said shake, round and roll. I said shake, round and roll.
Everybody is
Let's hear some applause for our incredible dancers. Even after last night, they're still going, ladies and gentlemen.
everybody on the whole step back. Who's dancing to the jailhouse rock? Great is the word.
It's the word that you heard.
It's got groove, it's got meaning.
Now, Volendam, are we ready for a soccer party?
Socks. We have returned to the cabin to find our paperwork for tomorrow, some chocolates, oh, even a map of Itinerary. Nice. Good night. You look a little different since the last time we saw you.
I added an accessory. Our trivia friend Donna was not going to go to the party, and she was like, "Would you like this?" I was like, "Yes," because I was missing a scarf. That is the perfect thing.
Little music notes on there.
Yeah,
That's
so
appropriate.
cute.
So cute party time. I didn't
It's very
record
cute.
much of the band, and then they went into like some games involving dancing and hula hoops and yabba yabba yabba.
It's hard because, you know, there's people wanting to dance everywhere. So unless you have a spot in the front, which we like to sit like towards the back, you know, so yeah.
I got to see all of the show excitement from Repertoire
So
Company
good.
because of the seats we chose, which were awesome.
Yeah.
That's it. So I guess let's talk about dinner, and then we're good.
Yeah.
All right. You started off with some vegetables.
It was I don't know what they called it, but it was a salad with eggs and cheese and onions and tomatoes and like a ranch dressing. I donated the onions to Jay. But it was really good, and even the ranch, like I didn't mind it. Yeah.
I had nachos. That's exactly where those onions went, on top of those nachos.
Yeah.
Nice flavored sort of chopped up beef chili, I would call it, on top. Chips were crispy. I enjoyed the nachos. I'm the only one who got a second appetizer, which was not a diner-themed thing, which was the seafood cocktail. Everything was cut nicely. It was textured good. It was fresh tasting. See, it's hard to describe like a shrimp cocktail stuff.
Right.
Yeah, and they had boiled eggs, and there was crab meat, and there was shrimp, and all sorts of goodness. You had chicken fried steak.
Yeah, so bless them. They did try.
Bless their hearts.
They're not Southern, though. So this was chicken fried chicken, not steak. No gravy, anything like that, like, you would think of. I don't even know if it's Southern, but like in Oklahoma where I lived at one point, you had this. It was good. It was just not as advertised with a baked potato. I don't know. It was okay.
Yeah, in my world, fun fact, chicken fried steak is beef. Chicken fried chicken is chicken.
If they had put the right name, I wouldn't have been so bothered by it, but other people were discussing it as well.
Yeah, it was like the hot topic. So it was missing its white gravy, y'all.
Yeah, it's okay.
Bless their heart. That's all I
They
gotta
tried.
say. I got the fish. I don't know what diner this came from, but it was delicious. Kingfish. It was super firm. This was one of the firmest fish I've had. Just ever so slightly fishy, which I enjoy. I'd like to know I'm eating a fish when I have fish. Okra, yum. Sauce, yum. Hush puppies. Y'all, bless their hearts. That is not a Southern boy hush puppy. It was okay. It was mostly flour, if not all flour. It was a dumpling. I would call it a bread dumpling. But bless them, they tried. They sure did. Look at those vegetables. Those were nice. A nice little medley of corn and stuff, which you actually had on your plate.
Yeah.
Carrots as well. Yum. And then, why did I take 2 pictures of it? I don't know. You had a hot fudge sundae.
This was also listed as one of the sock hop options, but they kind of have this every night. It was good. The fudge was like a little bit gritty. I didn't love that, but everything else was fine. It was like marshmallows and peanuts, and I love the little crisp it tastes like a waffle cone. Everything else was good.
True. And I got the Boston cream pie because, that's kind of like a diner thing, yeah? Most any pie. Delicious. It was like layers of cake. It was pudding. That's real. That's what the Southern people call pudding.
Pudding.
And a nice chocolatey ganache on top. So that was a win in my book.
I mean, everything was tasty. We were very hungry, so
Yeah.
I'm not complaining.
That's it. But don't mess with my Southern food. It's okay.
Yeah.
So good overall. But I guess that's it for tonight. Y'all, we got more Iceland coming.
Stay tuned.
Bye.
Bye.